What is the price that we're really paying for having toxic people in our life? Remember, toxic people want us to see the small picture, so we don't take responsibility for our life. I want to show you one reframe that helps us understand a larger picture of what the price really is, and then another reframe that I only understood recently, and that really changes everything and put things into perspective, and it makes it much easier to move forward. Well, let's imagine that you meet someone when you're 23. And at the age of 23, that's a pretty bad year. And then things get okay. But then again, at the age of 25, 26, 27, 28, you have another bad relationship. Or maybe get married with someone, and maybe this starts coloring a big part of your life. When do you start limiting the pollution? When are you able to stop it? When are you able to go back to green? Or do you just continue having pollution? And maybe you had some event in your childhood or unhealthy relationship with your parents, and maybe part of this is toxic. So for how long will this be going on? When will we decide that finally it's enough? Now, this is the regular perspective where we just look at our life, and it's easy to have this drag on for a long time and never be ending, and we just see various kinds of toxicity. Maybe it's going to be until the end, but maybe it's time to stop it. It can be really hard to let go of what is the past, because that means accepting that it's gone. But reality is, if right now you are in your late 40s, early 50s, all of this part is finished. What you have left is this. And what's important to remember is, if you have another, let's say 20 years of being roughly, able-minded and able-bodied, that's precious. If you have another extra 10 years, maybe that's 30 years. If you're losing 2 or 3 years, that's 10% of the time that you have left that you're losing. And for you, this is unbelievably precious. It can be scary to think, I might only have 50 years left. Well, you know what? If you want to have a longer life, it's a good idea to remove the toxicity. And if you only have 50 years, then savor the time. We come here with a limited amount of time. We need to remember this and savor it. One of the things that toxic people do is they steal the time that we have. They steal it from us, and we let them steal it from us because we could limit it if we knew how, if we had the right tools. And the whole goal here is to try to limit what's being lost. This is the regular point of view. The next point of view really puts things into perspective. Are you ready? Let's remember that it's not just about you. You have parents, you have grandparents, and maybe you have children. If you have a toxic relationship with another person, you'll be pretty sure this is impacting the relationship with your parents, the time you have with your grandparents, if they are still alive. If this goes on for another few years, the toxicity is ruining the time you have with them and the time you have with your parents. And the time you have with your parents, being able-bodied and able-minded, is getting lower and lower. And once you start reaching the point where the health declines, the body declines, you can't go back. If you're not present with them, if you're not savoring the time with your loved ones, that's not going to be coming back. This is the real cost. And probably if you have toxicity, they might have had some kind of toxicity in their life. And so was maybe also the case for the grandparents. The question is, what can you do to avoid damaging the precious, rare moments that you have left with the loved ones? Because it's easy to postpone to the future. It's easy to think, this is an emergency, something is happening, this is my drama. Reality is, you have limited time with your loved ones. And if you're not there with them, and you're not focused with them, you're not savoring it. It's not putting the blame on your shoulders, on my shoulders. It's accepting reality. I can't go back and I can't reclaim the moments that were lost or stolen, that I let go away. It was part of my journey. I needed that to be who I am today. And I can also have sympathy with a person I was who didn't know any better, didn't see any better. And this also fuels me so that other people don't have to be in this situation. Of course, when you have children, if you're continuing the toxicity, they will also be suffering from toxicity in their childhood. They will see the damage it does to you. The sooner we can end the toxicity, the sooner we can end the pollution all around us, and we can enjoy the precious moments with the people we love before it's too late.